G'day everybody. I am this live at the moment, and so it is something that I've not done too much before. Normally I'm behind the channel and I'm just doing the chat stuff and sort of going through with everything like that. But I've got some stuff to say, and what I'd like to do is just share a little bit about things that's been going on, and especially relating to the day's channeling that we did in the spiritual support group today, this morning, here at 9 o'clock Australian time, southeast Queensland. So I'm also working as I'm talking to you, which probably some people would say is a little bit rude and distracting, but I just need to get something out to people. And if I don't do it now while I'm talking to you, I'm probably going to forget, because it's while I'm talking to you that I'm actually getting these little things come to me. Yeah, I know I sound a little bit jiggery at the moment, but I'm also trying to get all my thoughts in order. You would have thought that I had all my thoughts in order while I was actually preparing this, but it's like, you know what it's like? It's like you get there and it's like you think, and you think, yeah, I'm going to talk about this, and then I'm going to talk about that. And then you suddenly realize when you live that actually maybe that's not what you want to say. And that is literally us uh, really, I think that's us in a nutshell. When you sort of think about it, when we go through life, when we are trying to get things sorted out, trying to get things in a way of, hey, this is cool, I'm going to go do this, I'm going to uh, oh, it's just we all want to do things, we all want to create stuff, we all want to get together and be seen to be like we've got everything together, and we put things out, we have screens of paper. I mean, I don't at the moment, but I mean, I could say, look, I've got notebooks, and I've done this, and oh, and I've got my notes here, and I mean, I did this morning in my meditation, which is actually one of the things that I wanted to, because I actually I'm following a group. I belong to a group on school, which not only my own group, which is it is Cosmic on school, but another group called Midlife Badass, and the community owner of that is absolutely frigging awesome. She is how she presents things and puts things. She's an absolute inspiration to me. She put a challenge out to a group of us when we were doing a workshop with her about rituals, starting a ritual, a habit. I like the word ritual, but habit, I can take that on board. I can see that a habit can be a good, healthy thing, something that I create, that I make. And one of the challenges was, taking time out. What would it be? And for me to start my day, what would it be for me? Now, everybody had something different, and obviously, I'm not going to speak on what they were all working on, because that's their business, that's their privacy. But for me, it was like, what about meditation? What about setting my day right, setting my day so that the rest of my day works out, gets into a space of neutrality, of balance. And I'm a big one for promoting meditation when people need it um to get there, and to sort of like allow themselves to take time out, to set their space, to get their domain right, and allow themselves to become that individual that they want to be for the rest of the day. I'm great at giving information out. I'm great at that, especially when I'm channeling. But the real me, take the mask off, take the everything out, and who am I? Who am I? And that was a big thing for me. So today I actually did. Last night I took the challenge, and I set my space, my intent. I set my intent. I'm going to get up, and I said I'm going to get up 7 o'clock. I'm going to be doing my meditation. So I looked at that. I said, well, I can set my alarm for 7 o'clock and I can get ready and all the rest of it. But I know me. I'll want to have a cup of coffee. I'll want to do this. I want to do that. Da, 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 da. So I can say I'll do it at 7 o'clock, but what is it? I'll probably get distracted. And so by 7:30, and then I'll just sit down at 8 o'clock. And then all of a sudden I've got to stop because 9 o'clock I've got my the channeling. I've got the spiritual support group that I'm with every Tuesday. And I thought, no, I have to do something. I have to, if I'm going to do this, I've got to commit to myself and I've got to make a habit of something that's going to work for me. So 6:30, I haven't been up at 6:30 for a long time because I don't need to be up for a commute backwards and forwards to work. I work from home. Um, and there's no need for me to actually be up at 6:30 unless there's something for me today. And made myself some water. Well, maybe some water. Boiled the kettle. I like hot water, so I had hot water, and sat down in my space and I started to breathe. Now, like if any of you are out there and if you're honest with yourselves when you first start this sort of thing, it's like the mind just goes ka-ching, ka-ching. It's like a ping ball goes in there. And if any of you like play pinball, you're just like you got your fins on either side, and it's like seriously, these things were going in my head like, left and right and left and right. But I managed to get to come down to center. And for me, the easiest way of doing it was I tried music, didn't work. I started listening to the music and chilling, and oh yeah, this is cool. And I completely lost where I was going with my meditation. And again, that word meditation for me sort of generates, especially an ideal that I'm supposed to create something meditative. I'm supposed to be focused on like a candle or a light, or I'm going on a journey in my mind or something like that. And guided meditation is great for that sort of stuff. But for me, what I realized in this thing was that I wasn't actually doing meditation like transcendental or anything like that. I was actually taking time out for me. And that's what I'm going to call my habit. My habit is taking time out for me. My time. That's what I'm going to call it. My time. The time that I give myself before the rest of my day begins, before everybody else wants a part of me. And I don't mean that in a way of disconnect, and I don't mean that way disrespectfully to people, but it is, for me, it's giving myself the honor and the respect to take time out to set my day, to anchor my day. And that's what I sort of like got through. I was going through my notes that I that were so busy jiggering around in my head. That I say, well, what is this meditation? Because meditation, immediately my mind's going one way and the other way. I've got to do this, got to do that, got to create this, got to create that. And I think, hang on, it's me time. And I'm going to ask you guys a question. When was the last time that you took time out for you? When was the last time you took time for you? Just breathing. You didn't read a book. You didn't go for a walk. You didn't, like, when did you stop, pause, and just rest? Rest in your own energy. Taking a deep breath and just looking at your own energy, looking at who you were, what it is that you're for yourself, what it is that you did there. I'm just saying hi to somebody that's just sort of waved to me on the thing there. I might have missed her. But when I realized what I was doing, I was taking time for me. It wasn't so much meditation, but it was taking time out of the day. I was allowing myself to wake up, to register, to connect to myself, to the energy around me, and to relook at what my priorities were for that moment, for that day. So instead of rushing off and going, oh, I've got to fix the car, and oh, I've got to do the radiator, and oh, I've got to do da, 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 da. It was like, what do I need for me? Well, for me, I need to breathe. I need to sit down and I need to feel the breath inside of me. I need to feel this connection. Because who am I without it? Who am I without my breath, without my connection? Well, I'm just a bunch of ideas and a bunch of energy and a bunch of nervous energy at that. And so another thing that came to me was that instead of just trying to take 10 minutes out a day and just connect with myself, what can I use that piece for? How can I create that piece to carry on through the day? Because I don't know about you, but there's been times where I do meditate, and I'm really in a wonderful space, and I step out of that space because um I'm there. I feel like I'm connected, and then something comes at me from a different angle, or completely away from what I was doing. It could be a phone call, it could be um my beautiful wife wanting me to do something that is important to her, but to me at that stage it's not important, and my piece disappears. I don't know if anybody of you have sort of felt that, but I get like that at times, and it's just like, what the fuck? But what I've decided is I want to set myself a schedule so that I know, and I'm not a very good schedule keeper. Believe me, I don't do schedules very well. I don't do planning very well. So this is a big thing. I'm putting it out there, So it's like I'm going to create for myself a daily schedule and a weekly schedule. What I'm not going to do is I'm not going to go monthly or yearly. The reason is, as soon as I do that, I know I'm stepping into overwhelm. I'm already feeling tentative with the weekly, but I know that if I set a date, like today's the day that I need to do this, this, and this, and this. Tomorrow I need to take what I haven't done here, move it over to tomorrow. Over the week, I've got a plan of what I need to do, whether it's book writing, editing, fixing the car, etc., etc. And so, for me, it's like I'll have a week planner or schedule, which is my overview. And then each day I know what I need to set up so that by the end of the week, I can say, yep, tick, 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 tick. And if there's anything outstanding, then my mind's telling me it's okay because I haven't actually overwhelmed myself. I can actually move it to the next day. And that would be great. So this is why I'm now calling it not meditation per se, but I am calling it me time, because it gives me the time to read my own energy, to come into my own balance with the breathing, with that which is rectifying for me my nervous system. Because I don't know about you guys when you like watch this later, how your nervous system is at times, because I know that at the moment with everything that's happening around me, my nervous system can be in major fight or flight based on anything and everything that's going on around. So when I take that time for me now, and that's my intent, is every day I'm going to take that time for me, and whether it's 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, and I know it'll probably grow to be at the moment it's 10, 15 minutes. And I just, what is today? What is important to me today? What is it that I can tap into today for me? And with that, I go forward, and I so like make this little notch there for myself. I can connect in with myself for that 10 minutes. I know that this is where I'm happening today. Today, I need to be kind to myself. Today, I need to go bake a cake. Today, I need to write my book. Today, I need to settle on my my HTML planner that I'm doing. All these different things that I'm doing. I need to be aware of what it is that I'm doing, when I'm going to do it, so that at the end of the day, I don't look back and go, I wasted my day. I don't know what I did. I was too focused on this. And that's why I want to bring in this scheduler, or this sort of like planner, that I can say, my day starts here, my day ends there, and this is what I've got to fit into it. Otherwise, it's like 10 o'clock at night, I'm still working at stuff that I started at 7 o'clock in the morning, because I didn't have guidelines. I didn't have, for me, the boundaries. And I'm just so focused that that's what I want to do. So now, today's what, Tuesday the 21st, and every second Tuesday, I bring I put myself in a position where I can channel and bring through a message for our spiritual support group, which is absolutely fantastic. And I found today, with the fact that I'd taken this time for myself beforehand, and I had truly put myself into a place of just breath, of connection, of just being, I was able to tune in a lot deeper, a lot more succinctly for the messages to come through. And I noticed the difference. to me, it was a huge difference. I felt fuller. I felt more connected. I felt more expanded. I felt, dang, I should have done this years ago. I should have done this an absolute age ago. Um, and now that I know what I can do, now for me, it's like, well, okay, I've done that. Now I've got to keep doing that. And that's the habit. You see, that's for me, that's creating the habit. And I've seen the result. Now I want that result again. That's the candy. Okay. That's the reward, so to speak. So in many ways, I've said to my body, I've said to my mind, I've said to my spirit, okay, this is what I'm going to do. So the reward is after that. We're going to go to channel and we're going to be better than what we were last week. We're going to be better than what we were before. Why? Because I'm preparing my space. I'm preparing myself. And what I found today is that the sweetest energy came afterwards. It was absolutely for me, it was enveloping. I felt really comforted, really wrapped at the end of the channeling. And again, it's just for me, the insight for this is that if I don't take care of myself, nobody else is. If I don't take the time out for myself, nobody else will. So I have to look at it, what is important to me and what is priority for me. So set my priorities. What is the priority of my day today? Well, first of all, priority number one is my well-being. Priority number two is connection with my beautiful, beautiful wife. Priority number three is, what is it that I'm doing today that needs to be organized? Is it my writing? Is it school? Is it my dogs? Is it, what is it that I need to do? And then take all of that stuff and actually prioritize those important steps. Because what I feel is going to happen for me is the more I begin to sort that out for myself, the less overwhelm I'm going to have. Because at the moment, I am in deep overwhelm. I have a lot going on for me. And there's moments in my life where I go, well, why am I doing this? Nobody's watching me, nobody's looking at me, nobody's connecting with me in what I feel like should be. And so the overwhelm starts to grow. And this time out for me shows me this, like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if nobody connects with me. It doesn't matter if nobody does this or anybody does that and somebody does the next thing. What's important is I choose each day to ground myself, to expand myself, to allow my own inner expansion to become the greater part of me, so that it does help others, so that it does connect to others, and they can find maybe the tools that they need to do what they need to do each and every day. If I can lead by example, then that's job done. Easy. If I lead by example to something positive, job done. If I lead by example to something negative, that's also job done, but not a job I want to be responsible for. So, I just, as this is podcast number one. This is discussion number one, and I'm proud of myself because I'm 18 minutes in, and I think I've made sense. Inside of me, I'm like a bowl of squirrely worms. I'm just, my whole insides is doing this, and it's different because I'm not in channel. This is the real me. This is the skin and bones of me, and this is what I'm going to start bringing forward is what it is. Each sort of little bit of podcast, my insights on what's important. And I would really encourage you to take a look at our school community. I've started a school community where I'm going to be available for people. I'm going to be doing, we are doing, this is where we meet on our sort of like spiritual group there every second week. It's there. It is a paid group, guys. I'm sorry. It's just, that's what it is. But it's powerful information. There's a lot of learning that goes on to it. It's very, very deep. There's discussion as well, and there's a whole lot of stuff that comes with connecting in at that level. I've also got chat groups. I've also got sort of like for free members. There's an Ask the Masters group, and there's a lot of things that I'm actually changing a lot of stuff at the moment. So if you want to get in and you want to sort of tap into that, go for it, because I am going to start changing things around. But go and have a look at it, and I'll put the link into to our school group in the description a little bit later on. And all I'm going to say is it's as good as the people that are there. It's as expanded as the people that are in it. And the more that we connect into it, the better and better it's going to be. I'm going to be taking a lot more activity in there. I'm going to be a lot more visible in there. That's one of my things that I've sort of realized. I need to be more visible at certain times. And as I say, there's a lot happening. But the lot happening is me. It's me personal. And so with that, I'm being very vulnerable because now I'm in the public eye, so to speak, and it is what I'm responsible. I'm responsible for the words that I'm saying, and that's another thing that we've got to really be in tune with. Is when we speak something, we've got to follow through. Otherwise, it's just empty words, right? It doesn't mean a thing. But yeah, so I'm going to call it quits now. I've done about 20 minutes. I think I've really shared what it is that I was going to share today, which is take time out for yourself. Take time out to make notes for yourself. Be in a space where you connect. And then when your day starts to come in, you know where it fits. When others connect in with you, you know how to connect in with them because you're grounded, you're settled, you're in that space. So thanks for watching this. Love to hear your comments if it makes sense or not. Yeah, but this is it. And I'm looking at making this as a regular weekly sort of thing. I might be more, I don't know, but I'm going to do it for at least every week, probably around about the same time. It might be a little bit earlier, but around about the same time on a Tuesday. And I will also be putting these up in our school group. So, if you'll get used to the fact that it is going to be but here on YouTube, but it's also going to be in our school group. So I'll see you in school a little bit later on. Bye now. Now I've got to figure out how to end this. There we go. Bye.